Hey guys, welcome back to South Coast RC. We've got a pretty cool video for you today. It's my first cheat code build that I did, the V1 cheat code. I've got the V3 cheat code. I've got the same body on. I'm trying to keep it as fair as possible for both cars. I'm just going to run a V3 first. We'll probably go maybe this little line here, just run it and see how it goes. And this thing's pretty much stock. It's got brushed motor still, stock diffs. It's got the Endura links and shocks, the Emax digital servo. I put the black label, the small tyres on it, just to keep it pretty fair. Apart from that, it's still stock ESC, everything else. So, but did some pretty cool lines when I first built it, but I think the V3 might have a fair bit of an advantage on it considering what I've put into it. So we'll see how it goes. Alrighty, I'll run the same line in the V1 now and we'll see what the difference is. Alright, V1 setup, we'll see if it can do the same lines. Do not miss the sound of the stock ESCs. Actually, the SCX-10-3 I have, I swapped this car for, and I messaged the bloke about a week or two ago and just asked him if he still used this, and he said he's used it a couple of times, so I offered him or he told me a pretty decent price for it, so I couldn't refuse and went and picked it up. So about an hour and a half away. So the biggest disadvantage of this car as well, I think, is the 53mm double barrel shocks that it's running. Just wants to flop up and sort of all over the place. Still doing pretty well considering it's basically a budget sort of a build. And stock steering, that's going to be a letdown. Alrighty, same line, did pretty well. I think this one took a little bit longer, a bit fiddly. Here's the Crocs and socks, love them. Got the 4-drive on. Yeah, I do like this car. It sits very low, as you can see. It's only probably a centimetre off the belly there. I'll show you the difference between, try and set them up. Pretty similar. So that's the V1. You can see how long that slider is, the skid of it's pretty long and flat, whereas the V3 is like half the length. Heaps more clearance in the rear, brake over angle's heaps better. I probably should have ran the big tyres on this, but because of how slim this one is, I did run a set of which tyres were they? Oh, these. I got them on the Olympus. I'm not going to run the Olympus unless I need to. It's just got the dodgy servo still. These tyres here, they're not even Enduro. I forgot what the brand was. They're just some Chinese. They're pretty average, but they work pretty well on this thing. Be able to bash it a bit. And yeah, they're only a little bit bigger than those, but they were scrubbing on the body and holding the body up. So we I chose to run those ones, and so it's got the inserts in as well. It's pretty even match up. Just size is the only real difference. So I'll go find another couple of lines and see how it goes. Hopefully it doesn't rain. It did just sprinkle a little bit, but I think we might be right. It's a pretty gloomy day, middle of summer, and it's like 18 degrees. We'll go find a line. Alrighty, this is a line we've done in the last couple of videos. Just sort of testing out the rigs. So we'll see how the V1 goes. I think it might be alright. If the Olympus can do it, I'm sure this can. Just a little bit heavier than the Olympus though. That stock steering is a pain. I have cut back the housing a little bit, the Money Pit RC, if you've seen his video where he shows you how to get a bit more steering angle out. I'm not sure if you can see it there. Just right there on the knuckle, you just shave like 1 millimetre, 2 millimetres off, and it makes a big difference. So I did that. Oops, sorry guys. That GoPro's a bit heavy where it's sitting there. Just, if I'm not paying attention, I drop it down a little bit. Starting to sprinkle again. Great. Just to make it even harder. There's a great reason why you don't want too much flex or articulation, whatever you want to call it. This does have a pretty heavy battery in it. It's got a 1000 milliamp. It's one I used to use for bashing. It's the only one that I had that would actually work in this one, just because of the stock ESC. I might get a brushless kit for this one. I might even run the Enduro. Maybe see about the Fat Viper. Might even run the same one I've got in the Olympus. I don't have overdrive gears in this either. I don't have much brass in the front. I've got the knuckles. I've got an aluminum steering link on it. There we go. Just had to get the right line. And Happy New Year as well, guys. This will be the first video of the year. I haven't made any New Year's resolutions yet. I think still just going to do the same sort of thing. I'll try and post as much as possible, at least one video a week. If I get good weather and good time and that, I'll do a couple extra ones, just like normal. Hopefully I don't get any long periods of time between videos. Sometimes that's just life. Stuff in there. See if we can get across to here, and we'll get up there, and then we'll get the V3 out and see how much easier that one does it. Obviously I'm going to get a few parts for this one and try and make it as capable as the V3. Struggling, even the Olympus can get up this. I think this one might just be a little bit too slammed. Pretty good. Alrighty, we get the V3 out, we'll do a quick run and see what the difference is on that. That one took about 6 minutes from when I started filming. That's what it says on the GoPro, so we'll see how much faster the V3 is. Alrighty, V3 set up, ready to go. We'll see how much of a difference these big wheels, steering angle, good shocks, high clearance. So these are the 39mm Endura big bore shocks, oil filled. You can see how much more stable the rig is when it's sort of climbing and articulating as well. It doesn't just sort of flop around. That was a lot quicker. We're already only at a minute since I started filming. That's a smooth control of a brushless as well. Makes that descent a lot easier. The V1 over there, that I had to sort of squeeze the throttle a little bit to get it going. A bit of a pain, just trying to control it. It's a massive difference from when I had the GQ body on there. It wanted to flip on that a lot. I'm going to run that again and just see how much of a difference it matters where I line it up, whereas when I had the GQ body it sort of would only go one spot. And it took me a few tries to figure out that spot as well. Pretty cool. Alright, let me go find a couple more lines. Might even go down to the alleyway down there. I would go down there, but it's a bit breezy and try and stay out of the wind as much as possible. Hopefully it's not bothering you guys too much. I've got the mic tucked into my hoodie, so hopefully you aren't hearing it too badly. Well, I'll see you over the next line. Also, that was only 2 minutes and 40 seconds of filming till now, and that's from the start of that. Whereas the V1 was about 6 minutes. So if you're in a competition, time matters. Alrighty, V3's back out. We're going to run this one first. This is in the alleyway, sort of at the end of it. This is one that I struggled on normally, trying to get over this bit here. It usually gets the skid stuck up on this, so we'll see how this goes, and then we'll see if the V1's even a contender for this one. was a good start there. Oh, it's not much of a difference. Usually I don't think I've ever tried this with a Lexion body. Usually it's a hardware. I think I've done it with a Hilux a few times. I do still have a slight binding issue on the front. I'm not sure if that's the new axle or what it is, but let's see if we can. No, we'll give it one more shot. Alrighty. Usually this bit's not too bad. Can bind up a little bit in there. Bit of V-Rock sort of thing. Right, I'm gonna crack out the V1. I'll see if that can miraculously make it. Let me know what you think of the new body too. This is one, if you watched a video a while ago, I told you I was building a body. I ended up getting the GQ at the same time as this, so it was sort of put on the back burner. But see if you can recognise what I designed this off of. Give you a hint, it's a drink. Alright, let us know in the comments what you think. Alright, we've got the V1 back out. I did just give it a test try. It actually surprised me a bit where it got to. I'll let you guys be the judge. Oh, I think that's about the same outcome we're going to get out of any of my cars at the moment. Unless we can bring a jackhammer and knock that corner off, I think they're not getting any further. I absolutely hate that ESC noise. So when people say belly dragger RCs, that's what they're talking about. Alrighty, I do love this thing, it's pretty cool. It's like touching, it's barely flexed. Alrighty, go, that's the line we did the last video with the GQ body and I was struggling a bit, so we'll go see how this goes on it and the V3, and I'll probably end the video there. Alright, well, I haven't even given it a test drive yet, I just came straight over, so hopefully you guys remember this one. Sort of a couple of steps up on the rock, we come across, come down here, work our way up this little V-Rock, come up, and then the V3 goes up this. I don't know if the V1 will, we might even go up there, and that's usually where I ended it, so we'll see how it goes. And hopefully the V1 doesn't disappoint us. Definitely got the flex and it's pretty stable. Side hills pretty well. Just doesn't, I don't know about the steering on it. Did it easier than the V3 with the Cheatcode, the GQ body on it, that's for sure. Now this one was the trickier part for the GQ body. What axles do you think I should run on this car? Should I leave it stock and pretty basic and just maybe put a brushless system in it? Or should I put some decent axles in there and test its limits? It's starting to rain pretty good now too. Hopefully you guys aren't hearing too much of that wind. Still got you tucked in my hoodie. It did just get very windy. So once we get the V3 through here, we'll call it a video there and you won't have to put up with it anymore. Hopefully you can hear me. I think that skid was pushing it up then. Yeah, I think we're just on the slider there. Alrighty, don't forget to honk if you love axial. I'll get the V3 out, we'll quickly run that one and I'll get you guys out of this wind because I'm sure it's not pleasant to listen to. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I just pulled my jumper out there, so I might change the volume there. I'll get the V3 out and see you guys. V3's out, a bit better steering, a bit better control. Hopefully it does pretty well. This is a slightly longer wheelbase as well. The V1 is a C10 wheelbase, whereas this is the C-Bolt, which is probably 10 mil maybe, or 6 mil I think. 6 mil difference that is, sorry. That's bad driving. Jesus. Jeez. Smacked everything then. GoPro. I'm real sorry about the wind, guys. I think that wind's helping. The wind's pushing this way, so I just sort of wanted to flip it. There it goes. Alrighty guys, that's it for the cheat code face-off, if you will. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let us know what you think that's based off of. Yeah, stay tuned for the next video. Hopefully we've got some mods on this one. I might even have a new car, a long wheelbase car. What do you guys think of the difference Maz has done in the chassis? I'll see if I can not lose that. Let me pocket. So that's the old school style, pretty big sliders. You can see the frames there. And that's the new one. It's a fair bit of difference. Even just the shock mounting, there's heaps more there. A few less there on the old one. The front's pretty similar, except he's slotted out the front there, which is where I've mounted my rock lights. What else is different? The base, you can see the link mounts there, whereas these ones, they're built a bit different. I think he's done pretty good figuring out a new system for it. Works pretty well. You can see my giant battery in there. I'll run that with a smaller battery another time. Once I get a brushless setup in it, we'll be able to run the small 3S like that in there. Might keep these shocks on there. I might just get a rubber band for the front to keep that down and still let it articulate. What else can I do? Yeah, let me know what diffs you think I should run in this. Should I try the Muse Racing Isokinetics? I'd like to give them a go. I was going to put them on this once I had some problems with the LGRP ones, but I've got some new drive shafts actually coming for this. They're going to make a big difference. So yeah, let me guys know what you want to see from these two rigs. I'm going to do a lot of videos with these two together. Hopefully I can get a few mates out to run with me. We'll do a little comp. I want to do that next time, set up some tennis balls and put them through their paces. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully the wind wasn't too bad for you. I know that on the GoPro, the mic there's going to pick up a lot of it. I've got the little sock thing on there, but I don't think that's going to help too much out here. Thanks, guys. Stick around for the next video, and I'll see you later.